Another game will be coming up shortly in the Wednesday night standard. 15 minutes to go in round 3.
I'm guessing we're going to get a game 3 of the Control on Control, which, better than nothing.
All good. This event brought to you by, if you can see that, Mighty Hello Panda wafer cookies.
Ooh,
They're delicious and nutritious.
The game we get might be that blue-white devotion list we saw in round 2 against Esper. And since I've played that match against Esper, apologies to Porky. So they just have a lot more action than you do.
Yeah, generally, I've played from the other side. Like I said, I haven't played against the blue-white devotion, but I have played mono-blue devotion, and a lot of Supreme Verdicts, plus a lot of Tension Spheres, plus a lot of Azorius Charms. Things not fun for the devotion side.
Apologies to Porky, because before I left, and I brought the deck up here, I left Rootborn Defenses sitting on the table.
No Rootborn Defenses for you.
No, would be the one answer to Supreme Verdict that deck can reliably cast. Which I'm surprised you don't say more of that.
Even so, I mean, the list is so finicky with these, especially the blue devotion decks. Once you start taking away cards, every card, every number in that deck it's very hard to sideboard and take out because you're so reliant upon your devotion count to overwhelm the opponent, because you start slowing it down and you lose the explosiveness of the deck, and that's one man's opinion.
No, that's very valid, because if you start watering down your game plan around what they're doing, then even if you can slow them down enough, then you're not getting your game plan going. But I don't know, it's just so bad. You empty your hand, you got lethal on board, and they tap that 4 mana and play. That's Supreme Verdict. I love Supreme Verdict as a card. I've played it many times.
Right.
But when you got you're in top deck mode, and all of a sudden all your guys go bye-bye, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I believe last time I played here, I played on camera against Brian Rich in the first round, with the bug control, but he was playing the mono blue then, and I believe I cast Supreme Verdict 3 turns in a row. Just neutering anything that he put out there. Oh, David, I love your comments.
Well, they are mostly him.
Mm-hmm. So. He's watching.
Mono green Brush Strider. Did you ever cast a Brush Strider in RTR Limited?
I don't even remember. Which one is that?
1 in the green, 3/1 Vigilance. No butt. Just 3/1. Just not played. Get in there, but in that particular draft format, it was not the good.
Right.
There's a lot of 2/4s running around, so.
Twofers.
Yes.
Something I saw earlier, way off topic again. He'll rest in peace. Ultimate Warrior. I was very saddened to get a text from my buddy this morning that one of my childhood icons, the Ultimate Warrior, died.
I have to say, I thought he died back in the 90s.
Yeah.
I heard that.
I used to get that earlier.
I thought he was already dead. So. Sorry.
Well, it was crazy for me because I actually went to WrestleMania this weekend in New Orleans, and he was there. He headlined the Hall of Fame, got inducted.
Wow.
And he was on live on Raw Monday night. Came out and gave a big speech promo, and then he died the next day. That's crazy. So now he's coming wrestling up in heaven with the Macho Man. Apparently, we're gonna discuss the new Ajani. Ahani, if you will. 3 green and white, 2+1 abilities. Has there been another one? Yeah, there's been several.
Yeah, Elspeth, the first one, which I believe she was pretty good.
Yeah, she was good.
2+ abilities, not bad.
Yep.
And you also had Gideon, had a 0 Was it a 0, a minus, and a plus?
Yeah.
But he didn't have an ultimate.
No, this one, 2+1 abilities. The first, distribute 3 1/1 counters on up to 3 different creatures. So
you can pump them all on
1, 2, or 3.
Yep. And the second one is the one I would like to use the most. It's kind of like an impulse. You look at the top 4 of your library, and you can choose to reveal a creature, aura, or planeswalker. Or is it creature, enchantment, or planeswalker?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. Aura.
I think it's enchantment.
Right.
Creature
Aura.
Okay.
And put that in. So.
Yeah, it seems pretty. Seems pretty good as well.
And of course, the trolley.
Not to be outdone. The
Minus
ultimate
8.
for gain 100 of the lives.
Yes.
All 100 of them.
So I can't wait till somebody plays that in Commander, and I'm gonna let him sit there and tick it up. Then I'm gonna mill his entire deck out.
There you go.
Draw my deck, Lab Maniac,
Or
draw a card.
I'm gonna play sword and put you at 10 left.
Oh,
Dusty came to the forums. We sang your praises earlier.
Yep.
Sang your praises as the villain, destroying the hero that could not save us all. I thought you were gonna have to put your Mad Hat on for a minute there, getting smacked in the mouth with that Mad Hat skills.
Yep.
Mad Cap, rather.
One more. God willing, one more pump spell. Could have got there.
God willing. God's willing.
Dusty's list is pretty good. I like it.
It is. I like the deck.
It's the Burmaz at $30. It keeps me from. I haven't opened one yet. I've opened up a bunch more than the gods and haven't opened.
I haven't seen any either. I haven't opened that much either. Alright, so we're gonna actually move to a game of progress. Players getting a 5-minute extension, both 2-0.
Okay.
Got Jonathan on the play. I thought I saw blue-white something or other.
Was it Esper or Blue White?
Oh, it is Porky and John. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Blue White Devotion then.
the Devotion deck we saw earlier, and Jonathan with Esper Control.
Well, that's false advertising. He's got Cura sleeves. He plays no forest.
Interesting enough, Jonathan, I don't think I've ever seen him play anything but straight burn your face off Patrick, whatever his name
Sullivan.
is. Patrick Sullivan. That's him.
Yeah, actually, when I got to play a couple weeks ago, he was playing the red, white burn list, which is pretty good. Like I said, they don't care what you do. Like all of a sudden, they've got three-point burn spells in their hand. They just kill you.
Yeah. So is this game 3?
Should be game 3. I hope so. They're getting a 5-minute. Yeah, 1-1. Going to game 3. So I don't envy Porky here. This is probably the worst matchup. You can still get there. You got a lot of. I got a lot of counters in the sideboard. I guess you do have to bring some of those in and take out.
Right.
Maybe a Jace or something. No, you would take a Jace. You take out maybe Bite It. Cloudron Raptor, go.
Here we go.
That's a pretty ideal start.
If he can follow it up and there's no turn for Supreme Verdict, which I can't get a huge glimpse. I don't know if he's packing it in hand or not.
Frostburn Warrior trigger. And I'm sorry I missed the play where the Raptor got killed.
Yeah, I didn't see what killed it either.
I don't see anything in the graveyard.
Could have been either a Azorius Charm.
Yeah, it wouldn't have killed it.
No, it's not. I'm sorry, I didn't see.
Last breath, maybe?
Inside. It had to have been Last Breath.
Yeah, the camera just went away for a second. Okay, Last breath, I think. Pumping it 3 times. Like Porky's going to force him to deal with the Frostburn Weird before he commits any more to the board, which is pretty smart.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's a pretty good clock for a turn.
Yep, I like that plan.
And it gets last breath, too. Oh, that's what it is. His graveyard's off screen. Okay. Porky gaining all the life, but wishing he didn't. Ah, Mutavaults. Far up. Can't last breath that.
No. But he can't hit that Mutavault.
He can D-Spirit, though.
D-Spur. Far's in detention.
So do you...
She did not raise her hand in class before she talked.
See, Porky with the D-Sphere in hand cannot D-Sphere.
Yeah, he needs that O-ring.
O-ring for one.
The O-Master for one. Master! Master!
He does have a second Master Waves in hand. It would be much, much better. But I don't know if he wants to commit it in there. I'm like you, I'm just waiting to see the Supreme Verdict come down. Porky is playing around it pretty well, though. And made the Mutavault, which is now 3-3.
2, 4, 6.
No, it'd be 7 because Mutavault's 3-3.
Hey-yo!
Elemental bonus.
Getting the pumps. Getting the pumps.
Well, it's like Jonathan's going to have to do
Blind
something.
obedience. No, man, he can drain him out.
He can just drain him with triggers from here on out.
Yeah.
He did Supreme Verdict there.
Oh, 1 for 1. Supreme, well, that's 2 for 1 exactly, but...
So now off is just Pithing Needle.
Man.
Draining.
Yeah.
Master Ways. I'm guessing he'll extort there. He can extort. Oh yeah, if he taps correctly. Oh, he didn't extort because he wants to hit with
He didn't
Mutavault.
have the mana. Yeah.
Well, he wanted to hit with Mutavault, yeah. That's what it was.
Again, a 3-3.
Down to 6.
Dang. It's the start he needed. Porky's playing this very
Supreme
smart.
Verdict,
Playing,
numero dos.
not playing overextending into the Supreme Verdict. Very nice. Very well played by Porky.
The attack for 2.
Now he can just start draining him.
Unless
with
Jonathan's got
creatures.
an answer for...
He's going to drain him for 2 right here, playing this, and then play Punting Needle.
I don't know, he may hold that just in case Jonathan does play a Planeswalker on him, but, I mean, Jonathan's got to basically eat every creature he throws up there because he's got lethal next turn with the Mutavault and the Familiar.
Yep.
Without casting anything. No, why are you showing me that?
It's telling him that if he cannot answer blind obedience, that he will drain him out.
Of course, he's got a Sphinx Revelation in hand, so he can gain some amount of life, but I don't think he has any answers for the blind obedience other than another Detention Spear, obviously, but he doesn't have him in hand.
Not sure how much time they actually have. Jonathan could be playing for the draw here. 6 minutes left.
In a round. Yeah, they got a 5-minute bump for coming over and getting set up on camera.
Yeah.
So his problem is if he tries to Sphinx's Rev for the full 3, he only goes to 6, and Porky could literally just kill him with casting spells next turn.
Yep.
And if he D-Spheres I don't know if he has a D-Sphere in hand. If he D-Spheres the Blind Obedience, he just dies to the onboard stuff that Porky has.
Yeah, not looking good.
Okay, looks like he's gonna rev with 1 open. I'm guessing representing the spell.
Johnny O. Johnny O face.
Made his land drop for the turn. Okay, back up to 5. What can we do here?
Oh man,
Not a good draw. The Nykthos.
Was it Nykthos? Oh.
Yeah.
Thought it was Sphinx's Shred for a second.
And Kraken for 3.
Smash! Azorius Charm?
No.
No.
I haven't been seeing Azorius Charm in a lot of Esper lists lately.
They've a lot of lists have trimmed down, definitely the ones I've seen. A Last Breath or an Azorius Charm.
Yeah, Last Breath would have been pretty good there. but he would just counter it probably with the Judge's Familiar to save his Mutavault.
Porky choosing not to try to drain there. I don't know.
I think he's just got Pithing Needle and D-Sphere in hand.
Right.
He's got 5. Yeah, I guess he couldn't cast both. If he had to land, he couldn't drain him out. It's the best thing about the extort trigger is you get the trigger whether they counter your spell or not. So,
Exactly.
I mean, Jonathan has another Sphinx's Revelation in hand this time with 7 lands in play, so we can do it for 4 right now. But I think you may be right. He may be stalling for the turns. I don't know. This is pretty. I guess he has answers he can do for. He's just trying to figure out what sequence to put him in.
I'm trying to figure out if Porky could have killed him last turn with triggers from Blind Obedience.
He's only got 5 open mana, and he has a 3-cost spell and a 1-cost spell in hand. So I think he can only got him to 1.
Right, and if he doesn't attack, he did attack with Mutavault.
He attacked Mutavault. Yeah, that's
okay,
what
so
the
that's
tap
too
mana
much
from.
damage.
So yeah, he was just 1 away from being able to. If he had 1 more menace. Of course, he's only 1 white devotion away from being able to make that Nykthos positive. Now, I'm not sure why we're seeing the hand here. Are we done here?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, okay. I guess we're done. He's thinking of possible outs. He must be in what would have happened mode.
Yep. And that's what, I mean,
He scooped the
devotion,
Afara.
the devotion deck starts cooking.
But I think Jonathan scooped up the Afara from underneath the detention sphere. Could be wrong.
It doesn't match his sleeves.
It would be easier to flip over and see not Kiora. Maybe I said, oh, aha.
There she is.
Hello.
This guy's D sideboard will be moving.
So going to, I think, the last round.
Final round.
Final round. So, I'm assuming it'll be Porky and Dusty, unless they have some really good matchup they want to show us that's not the 3-0-3-0 game.
No, I think that's what we're getting there. Back to those beautiful faces in the red room.
Some places have the green room, we have the red room.
Exactly.
It's Crimson Castle.
Crimson room. Crimson. Roll Tide.
So, you're a big Game of Thrones fan, right?
I am.
Haven't seen this episode, don't say anything.
Okay.
No chat. But I was watching college football. Another thing I'm a big fan of, college football live. They had the spring preview. And the question came up, who are college football's Lannisters? Wild guess who one of the announcers.
Saban.
Saban was
Saban and the boys.
Saban. And the other pick was Ohio State and
Urban Meyer.
which is a fair statement. I don't remember they had who was the stars, but I'd already quit watching at that point. I was just laughing so hard from the.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay.
That's right. Everybody hates him. Hate on haters. Roll Tide.
So it looks like Porky's the only undefeated. It's going to be playing against a 2-1 deck.
Oh, let's hang on now. Hang on now. Got Bant Super Friends. Looks like Ranji may be on the table.
Yeah.
Sweet. I've been wanting to see this deck. That's another one I had in the wheelhouse of wanting to try out myself.
Because it has Kiora, for one thing.
Yes.
Definitely worth playing the green manas for that card. And Mistcutter Hydra on the board.
Right. Why do I love Kiora?
I'm sorry. Does that?
Because she can release the Krakens.
Does that actually say what I think it says in his board?
Heroes Reunion? Yes.
He's playing 3 Heroes Reunion
Yep.
his board.
Yeah, he was telling me about the tech the other day.
Okay, I'd love to know why
He just says it. It
I guess it kills
destroys
burn decks.
mono red. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay.
Says he play. I mean, and if you think about it, really,
Yeah.
gain 7 life.
Yeah.
2 mana, gain 7 life. Like, They're not burning you out.
Doesn't he play
usually for
Sphinx and
that.
Revelation?
He does, but I mean,
It's 2 mana. You're
sometimes the Sphinx's rev decks, you don't get there. You don't get a chance.
True. That's true. I thought that was that makes sense. I guess there's a lot of burn around here. That's right. There's 2 or 3 big burn decks, but that's still funny.
David, I guess that would be AJ last year, maybe AJ McCarron for Joffrey.
Yeah, I got no other answer for that. So,
I might say though, our old friend Glenn Schumann, coaching now for the university. He could be Joffrey.
So Porky was not going to play in the last minute. He was going to head judge in the last minute. Decided he wanted to play. So that's done well. Got a lot of camera time.
Yep. Shuffle up, up.
Just to inform you guys, whoever won the tournament gets to get up here and to do the deck tech thing.
Sweet.
Tell what you guys want to do the deck tech.
Well, they're telling us that the winner is going to get their deck spotlight, a little deck tech here. I do know Porky's deck rather well. So I can go over that pretty fun. But I guess Ranji has the. I like the Bant Super Prince deck. I like it a lot. I can want to see that. So yeah, after this is our final round.
So if Porky wins, you get to do the deck tech. I'll let you spotlight your own deck with him there.
Seems right.
If Ranji wins, which I hope he does, because I want to see this Bant Super Friends. I want some Kiora action here.
Yeah. So y'all stay tuned. After this, we'll have a deck tech and talk with the winner. Our sideboard choices and matchups and whatnot. Should be fun.
Porky leading off the start with the Frostburn Wheezy.
Ooh, good draw, Master of Waves. So he's gonna get all.
He's got double Frostburn into Master of Waves next turn.
That seems pretty good. Of course, the Super Prince deck does play Verdict. Oh, he's just gonna
Essence Scatter. Gosh,
shiny Essence
that's what
Scatter.
I was thinking of out of
Gotcha.
earlier when we saw the first round. I was wondering in Kai's deck, like Essence Scatter seems really good right now too.
It's basically just counterspell for a lot of decks.
Yeah.
Pithing
Needle naming. Frostburn weird.
You find a target, you play it.
Ranji may be color screwed here. I don't know what's
He's
in
got
his
the
hand,
one-
but he does not have green mana at the
Yeah, he's
moment.
got the one temple in play and I think one in hand.
There comes the Master.
Master of Waves.
Por tres. Master! I have to say it every time.
Have to. I think it's in your contract.
There we go. Double blue, access to double blue now
Jace.
as
That's okay. That's okay.
the Vraska versus Jace. Jace coming into play in Mini Factor Fiction. Oh,
Well, that's a D-Sphere elixir split. Sure don't want to give them 2 D-Spheres.
Yup. Man, I don't know if I don't +1 right there.
I'd definitely plus one there.
Yeah.
Because he's going to crack for 8. Like, if he has another Master of Waves right here, it's over. Like, he'd be hitting for 9, 10, 11. And he'd been for 12. But still.
Yeah. I believe right there I'm ticking up on the old Jace.
Thing is,
But I'm not in his head. I don't know. He may have something else in mind.
we've got a break-even Nykthos there with the 3 blue symbols. I tell you what, I like the cards for Devotion, but Tidebinder Mage is just a dead card in a lot of these matchups. But it's really, I mean,
Yeah, you're not playing against monsters.
I mean, it hits other Frostburn Weird, just to be fair, and Boros Reckoner, but it's just like against the black decks, it's like,
Yep.
nice 2/2. But it does help with the Devotion, so that's not the worst thing. So he de-spears
Despair!
and crashes
And
in.
punch you in the mouth for all of the damage. Dang.
And he's down to 6.
Spring Verdict or bust.
Well, he's got the one D-Sphere in hand, so he can get the Master and the tokens. Porky trying to goad him into targeting the tokens.
Targeting the tokens and leaving the master, eh?
Strictly worse. But yeah, even if he gets the Master Waves, that's a 2-turn clock if he can't answer the other 2 cards. He really needs a Supreme Verdict or just... Oh, there's some green menace. So we can get a Cure.
Bottom to land there.
Yeah, Ranji being strangled on mana here is really tough. Oh, just another Jace? I am confused.
1, 2, 3.
He did plus that one.
He can swing for 5 currently.
So if he rips Master Waves, you just die?
Yeah, he doesn't. He needs to avoid
Like
Master.
that?
Is that what he just ripped?
Pretty sure it's Master Waves. Didn't tell. I mean, I saw the edge of it. If Porky's just sitting there, he's just slow. It must not have been. He had already slammed it. Yeah, it definitely was not it.
Okay. Let's see slow roll.
No, wait. It's, that's right. I was
1, 2,
thinking.
3, 4, 5. Ranji's at 1. Still has to have a Supreme Verdict.
Yeah, he's ticking down.
And no Supreme Verdict.
He's going to get a dissolve out of this, looks like. I'm pretty sure you just give him land dissolve. I mean, not land dissolve. You give him land Jace.
Yeah. Because those 2 are dead.
Yep. That's the split I would go for.
He does have a Sphinx's Revelation in hand. But that
But like
does
he
not
has
get him
to
out of the situation.
wipe the board pretty much. Arranging lands. So he's already used Jace. So if he de-spheres the Master of Waves, he dies. Oh, that elixir, that helps.
Elixir of Immortality.
Or does it?
I don't know.
No, if he de-spheres, he still dies. He's at 1. I mean, he's got Frostburn Weird and Tidebinder.
I don't know what else he has here.
Of the cards he has in hand, I don't think he has one unless I'm missing a card.
Just a few mana short to being able to.
Did he actually miss land drops, or he just got a little color screwed? Or he didn't really have green cards in it.
I
Okay.
think he may have missed a land drop in there.
Okay, he came to the same conclusion.
Regardless, it was not enough.
So once again, Master of Waves ending games rather quickly.
Master of Waves is surfing the waves.
I see a Jace Memory Adept possibly coming in.
Going on that meal plan. No.
Probably staying in the board, but it's still shiny, so worth talking about. So you got to bring in the Mistcutter Hydras. Possibly revoke existence because you go up against these Spears and Thassa potentially. So he's got his own Blind Obedience, which doesn't do as much against Porky's deck without hasty guys. But I still think the Extort triggers are worth something.
I like the Essence Scatter. I like Mistcutter Hydra. Archangel of Thune is actually really good there too because Porky, he has D-Sphere for it.
Cyclonic Rift.
But yeah, that's once that card gets going, that's hard to deal with.
I believe he's got a hybridization in the board.
Porky side's got 2 rapid hybridization. I don't know if he would want to bring that in.
Not from what.
Probably not
what he got
from what he's seen.
Game 1, yeah. Unless he just knows the deck, but not a lot of creatures on the other side.
He may slow down with the old Bant, Jace, and then all his counter magic. Then again, he may not want to change roles at all because that right there he crushed.
Yeah, pretty good,
If he gets that aggro draw.
Turn 4 Master Waves for some number of tokens. Get in there. But yeah, he probably does want to bring in, because he knows he has the Tension Sphere. He probably wants to bring in just some counter magic.
Yeah.
Gainsay,
Dissolve, Negate, Syncopate, all those options.
So while they're still sideboarding, side topic magic. You play Cube a lot? Do you like Cube?
I love Cube. I don't get to play very often, but I love Cube drafting.
Well, Cube is kind of my favorite format, mostly because I only get to play on Magic Online. It's been around a lot.
Right.
I built my own, which I don't get to play as much as I'd like. But as far as powered or unpowered Cube, where do you stand on that? Which one would you rather play?
I kind of have mixed feelings about them because I've had enjoyable experiences playing both. As long as everybody's on the same page, because they're both powered. Because once if you take out all the powered cards and have the unpowered, then those become the powered cards at that point too. So maybe not as much busted stuff, but.
When you get that Mox draw, you realize why they're banned in every format,
exactly.
except for Vintage. You're like,
Ancestral Recall, multiple Moxes, Black Lotus draw.
I don't mind those cards as much as, say, a card like Channel, which sometimes says it's turn 2 and we're done playing Magic because I just put an Eldrazi into play.
Yeah, there's the part where I would probably prefer unpowered, just because it slows it down more.
Yeah. Of course, you can very rarely go wrong if you see mono reds open. Just get in there.
And 99% of the time, all red's open.
When
every time I draft with friends, we draft. Everybody just lets it go. Everybody fights over black and blue, and then I get the low aggressive deck and just crush.
It's like when you get that 5th pick Shrine of Burning Rage, it may be open. Or Goblin Guide 5th pick. You're like, I don't think anybody's drafted mono red here.
Some busted plays from Scissors and David Vo. Recall, Ancestral Recall, Snapcaster Recall. Yes.
That seems good.
Turn 1, Tinker for Brightsteel. That seems
which
really matters.
The Tinker for Blightsteel is something I can do in my unpowered cube.
But
not too much fun.
I got to one time on Magic Online. I got to sneak attack Emrakul. I assembled it, got it, and got to win the game. That was pretty exciting.
Back to the match. They look like they both kept 7 tap land go into Island Cloudson Raptor.
Shiny D-Raptors.
Okay, run. Looks like holding up probably a counter spell. There's not a lot they do on turn 2 anyway, so.
Negate, Syncopate, Gainsay. Many options.
Don't know if he plays main deck Last Breath. He doesn't have any on the board, so. Scry action. So maybe 1 drop or just pass.
Don't know.
Doesn't look like he has another 1 drop, so that I can see. See, Master
See a
Waves.
Master, see Continuous Sphere, see. Is that a Jace?
It's a Nightmare Spectre.
Nightmare
And a
Spectre.
Negate. And I can't see the two back cards. He's still resolving his scry, I think. Yep. Went bottom. Man pass. Oh, the sad Cloudson Raptor. Which was another reason I liked Splashing Green for Master Biomancer. You can top deck Cloudson Raptor, and it's a 2-3.
There you go.
But you know, it dies to Doomblade. Just saying.
It's a bad card then.
It dies to Doomblade.
Unplayable.
It can get Thoughtseized out of your hand.
Unplayable.
Unplayable. Can't play it. I think I'm going to go Tidebinder Mage here. Okay, so.
Todd Beasy. Swing for
Oh.
Wheezy. Oh,
No,
that's a scatter.
was
Love
there.
it. Love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Okay, and looks like Ronji's got answers for the Cloudson Raptor, which he doesn't need to answer right now, it being the lonely 0-1. He's probably just going to build up his land base and wait for Porky to maybe overextend.
I don't know. Nick those with a glare.
Okay, so yeah, the land on bottom is a Nykthos, which is basically taps for colors.
Oh, gotcha.
So we're trying to resolve a Judge's Familiar.
He's good.
And it's good to get in there for 1 damage.
Cloudfin uppercut. Doesn't roll as well. Doesn't
No,
roll.
not as good as
Don't like it.
Not as good.
Gonna be time for Kiara.
I would actually like to take Kiora here. I think that's what we're getting. And Hydra for 3.
Oh, Hydra. Now we can go Hydra uppercut.
Little more powerful. So this just in Caleb's loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's our third man on booth. Slash out in the lobby.
Man in the truck. So Porky's got a lot of options here. He could go Master Waves, but he probably just go ahead and put the Nightmare Spectre down.
I don't know.
I mean, getting to bash that and getting the card advantage off of it, it's pretty good.
He's good. He's on a pretty good little clock here, though.
Yeah.
And I don't know what kind of answers he has for. I don't know that he has any answers for
He doesn't.
Hydra.
Doesn't really, because it's pretty much blue. The white, not so much there.
Well, the white being part of a detention sphere, which
Okay, he's gonna
is
last.
also blue.
Apparently, Ronji does play Last Breath in main deck because he has Last Breath the Nightmare Spectre.
Yeah, a lot of the blue white or the blue white X control list.
Well, he's trying to decide if he wants to negate that, and he does.
Yep.
Good call. Good call. So
Ronja, I may fight for that counter too.
no, he's gonna Detention Spirit instead.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
good.
Bad, it's
That's
a bad
good
card.
for
Bad for Ranji, I mean.
yeah. So Porky falls to 14.
It's a race.
So at this point, the one other point about the Nightmare Spectre, if it was still in play, he could have gotten the overloaded Cyclonic Rift a lot easier.
Nice. Yep.
Oh, bite it.
Bident.
Draws the cards.
Ooh.
Bashing for. He's also bashing for 3.
Yeah.
Not as good as. Well, it's the same as the 3, but.
Still, that could be the game changer there. That's your Pontiac game changer. And a familiar.
So yeah.
Did he draw cards?
He drew 2.
I just totally missed that.
If he didn't, he sure missed out. But yeah, because pretty sure he still has 2 or 3 cards in hand. too. Maybe he didn't draw cards.
Don't know if he missed his triggers or not.
I think because he played it pre-combat, he didn't miss. Okay.
Okay, he didn't miss.
I thought he did. It's just
I can tell how many cards.
it's hard to see the black sleeves up on the black mat. And,
Yep.
it looks like he still has plenty of cards in hand. So, boy, if Tidebinder Mage could just get around that whole pro green thing for Mistcutter Hydra, doesn't quite work that way. That's another reason I like Modern. The format, either volleying in my Tidebinder Mage that costs like $3 to get your Goyf and tap it down indefinitely. Seems fun. Ooh, D-Sphere.
Getting that Jace.
Gotta be getting Jace. Yeah, you can't.
No other targets.
And helping out. If he ever lands in a far, it will definitely be active.
Oh, Master! Master!
All the elementals.
1, 2, 3, 4,
We're
5.
going to have to use the dice for this one. This is maximum 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And
Where's the other 2?
Huh? You got Detention Sphere. Oh, Bite It. It's shiny at the bottom.
Bite it.
Can't see it to the glare, but Bite It's still in there.
That's right.
Still drawing cards.
Drawing a billion cards.
Still getting in there. So, Bite It, very important card in this matchup.
Looks like you're going to be doing a deck tech soon, Mr. Bentley.
Well, Ron, you could still, I guess if he has Supreme Verdict, he could Verdict.
He's got to have a verdict too.
He's just dead. The thing is, though, any dork that Porky draws can just draw him cards.
He's going to have that or maybe a last breath for the Master.
Yeah, no, that would keep him in it.
So
for
let's
sure.
try to see. I see Sphinx's Rev. I see.
I've wondered since the blue deck is splashing white for things, if something like Spear of Heliod would be worth playing to get the +1/+1 for your elemental tokens in case the Master goes away. They still hang out.
Yep.
I don't know. Seems like it might be something to think about, especially after rotation when your card pool gets a lot smaller.
Maybe.
Little Jace plus it. Does that even do it? So the judges' familiars do nothing.
7, 8.
It'd be 9. He's been for 9.
9.
Yeah. But it draws a lot of cards. Bye.
Yeah.
So I don't see how he could lose after drawing 9 cards.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're all going to get.
Yeah, that's what we were counting. Jace went up, so we were counting 9 damage
So
off Jace triggers.
yeah, because he definitely, at some point, he's out of those 9 cards, he's gonna draw a Cyclonic Rift, and he has many devotion things. So it just bounces the board. Tidebinder Mage, he's just getting devotion here. Yeah.
Did you say he drew Cyclonic Rift? He has it in hand?
No, I don't. I was saying if he does swing, even if he doesn't kill him this turn, he's going to draw so many cards, he would have to have
He's just
have
going to
one
get buried
hand.
in card advantage.
Yeah. So he's going to Jace, and he can also -1, but he's going to dig.
Yeah.
5 floating.
5 floating.
Oh, that's about it. That's pretty good. That's
You
pretty
couldn't have
good.
stacked that any better.
No, that's good. So
Play it out. Make him count up damage.
that's like a Crater of Behemoth type damage down there. He can catch both of them, I think. Maybe just one, but still.
Sad to see.
Good
To
games.
not see Kiora no releasing any more Krakens as Ranji packs it up.
He didn't draw one, I don't think, either game.
No, I didn't see any.
Kind of sad.
He did bring in Hero. Is that Heroes Reunion he brought in?
He did. Heroes Reunion, nice.
Brought him in.
Against the aggro, like you're saying, it definitely slows him down. The life gain's not bad.
Cool.
So,
Well, there you have it.
Blue Devotion still a
Porky
thing.
with mono blue / white devotees.
Yeah.
We'll have Porky in here shortly with Mr. Bentley to do a deck tech, discussing all of his choices and options.
Yeah, going over the sideboard that I handed him, I'm glad it did well because I kind of handicapped him. I brought in nothing from his card because it's a card. So,
It's there right there. There goes back to my argument to when we first talked about it tonight. It's kind of a fence card because just about every game we saw it in, it comes in, it looks like it's going to make waves, but the other person kind of just climbs out.
just goes over the top of it almost. So one of the technicians, Jeremy,
when you have triple hydras, your opponent has tag team archangel up there.
Yeah, I like Archangel in that matchup. So producer. Apologies. So powered, unpowered. Where do you stand?
I like Empowered. I mean, I own a common cube, so
Yeah,
True,
like that.
but that even has some broken cards. So
some, not a whole lot.
anyone you can have. So we're gonna have Porky in here shortly for the deck tech. Kind of go over some card choices.
There he
There he
comes. All right.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
DT, everybody.
Congratulations. Thank you. Very well played.
I don't know about very well, but
You get to wear that hat.
Yeah,
But,
well, there's the camera.
but-
That is.
well enough, I suppose.
Yep, yep.
Thank you
Oh, you're welcome. Nice deck.
for suggesting a deck for me to play tonight.
Sure.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I don't. That's a horrible look. I don't normally play standard. I haven't played standard probably 2 months.
Not enough LEDs in this format.
No, there's really not, and not enough charbelchers.
No,
Or high tides. Where's the high tide? Come on. I'm playing a lot of islands though.
You're trying. You're
Yeah.
doing the best you can.
Yeah.
A lot of islands in this deck.
There are.
So, was there any card that overperformed from what you thought, or didn't do as well as you thought it would?
Absolutely underperformed. I'm not a fan of Afara.
Did you ever draw a card off of it?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
And also, it always felt like it was just a worse Jace. Like I typically boarded it out in just about every matchup.
okay. But you think? Do you think D-Sphere is worth the splash?
Absolutely.
Because you're going to probably play the Skylands anyway.
That card was an all-star.
Okay, so.
It sunk up a lot of Jaces tonight.
Did you get to use this card?
I didn't get to use the Frog Blizzard. I never got to rapid hybridization or
Frog
anything
Blizzard.
tonight. But Master of Waves does what he does.
So he ends games.
That guy's real.
Yeah. Pretty stuff.
You guys saw that that
Sure.
Jace with 5 mana floating. I don't know if you guys could tell that that was what I was saying.
They
was
said
5 mana
5
floating.
mana, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good Jace for
That
by
was
the
a
way.
pretty good Jace
Yeah.
after he ticked up Jace. It's like, well, if you can do it, I can do it better.
We saw you in a couple games where Miss Hydra came down early, and
Mhm.
you don't. Besides overloaded Cyclonic Rift, you have no answers.
I have no answers, but fortunately, I never felt enough pressure that I needed an answer.
Yeah, they cast them really fast, like for 2 or 3, trying to just get the clock out
I
there.
never saw one bigger than 3.
Which, I mean, to be fair, it gets around gets around Mutavault, which is the only other blocker.
It does. It's Mutavault's the only way other than an overloaded Cyclonic Rift to answer that guy.
So, besides I saw the floating, did you get to activate Nykthos for any obscene amount?
I think that 9 was the highlight of the night. I hit 8 in round 3 on the game 2 that wasn't on camera. I hit for 8, which feels good.
Worst matchup?
Probably the most hair pulling matchup was the Esper Control matchup in round 3.
Yeah,
That was
decks that
awful.
play Supreme Verdict seem bad.
Yeah, they're pretty rough.
Of course, you're making him answer your threats one at a time, basically.
Yeah. You just have to play into the. You have to play a master at waves and make him cast a Supreme Verdict.
So the Pithing Needle and the Frostburn Word was kind of interesting. 'Cause
That
you were just
was.
going to clock him.
I absolutely was. That guy was going to hit for 4 for as long as he could.
Yeah.
That was. But that's what he wanted to do. So rather than wait for a Thassa or a Jace, like okay.
Thassa, was she a creature much at all?
I only attacked with her about twice. But her unblockable ability was very clutch. And also in the Esper match,
Describe.
she made me look at about 12 cards and won me game 1.
Yeah.
Because I just kept drawing answers for his planeswalkers, and like I kept getting the detention spheres just when I needed to. And he was like, "Man, you're top decking so well." I'm like, "No, dude, I'm digging. I am digging for these answers. Absolutely digging."
So you would say that Scry is a pretty good opponent?
It's okay.
It's okay. Pretty fair.
I mean, they've had better. not a whole lot better.
Banding?
Let's not discuss banding. You're forgetting I'm a judge. Let's not discuss banding.
Oh, there's only a few
Banding
pages
doesn't
on that.
exist. Banding's not a
Okay.
thing.
Well, definitely congratulations. Glad you played. We wouldn't have near as much fun judging. Well, you
I always have fun judging.
You heard a little bit more of DT singing, which was exquisite.
Oh, I heard some of it down through the walls.
We can hear Caleb on this side, so it's only fair they hear DT out there.
I guess. I mean,
So
I'll take that trade. If you guys have to hear Caleb, I guess we can
y'all can hear DT.
we can deal with DT.
Seems good. For those of y'all that don't know, like I said, I do have a YouTube channel, and I do some deck techs from time to time. I actually have his Nexusar deck, EDH, big EDH guy over here.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. So yeah, go check that out. You can basically just search Nexusar, and it'll probably be one of the top ones you pull up.
Probably.
But yeah, a lot of fun if you like making people pull their hair out from drawing cards. Worth
My
playing.
Nexusar deck is where you want to be.
All the fun.
All right. So
Hey, I think somebody wants you to explain how Chains of Mephistopheles.
Mephistopheles works. Scott Taylor, Scott Taylor. Quit trolling.
Basically, it says brainstorm.
Yes, that's what it says.
Okay.
LOL brainstorm.
Pretty much. All right, cool. Appreciate it. Congratulations
Thank you.
again.
Thank you.
We're going to get DT back in here.
Work.
All right, back in. Go shut it down for the evening. My name's not Brian Gas Porky. Oh my gosh.
He's going to just refuse.
This is the kind of garbage I gotta put up with.
Oh, there we go. Done. DT.
DT. That's monkeys in the truck. All right. One last reminder: we do have a fantastic and exciting PTQ coming your way for the first time in Tuscaloosa in a long time. April 19th, 2014, next Saturday. At the Bob Miller Center. Registration starts at 8:30. Pre-registration you can on the CrimsonCastleGames.com website. It ends $5 pre-registration.
It saves $5.
It saves $5.
$35 online.
It's
$40.
totally not $5 to enter this tournament.
$35 online.
$35 online, $40 if you show up in person. That ends on the 16th, I believe. All right. Format is sealed. Theros, Born of the Gods, so test up your sealed. We will have side events throughout the day. One of the questions we had earlier, or we were pondering, do we know anything as far as
What kind of side events?
Mostly winner boxes, drafts.
possibly some winning boxes, drafts, typical side events you would see. So even if you don't come to play, there's going to be plenty for you to do. You can always feed the pig as well because he's hungry. And catch any of the replays on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Crimson Castle Games. Twitter, been chiming in. I'm at TenaciousDT. I don't tweet very often, but my words are poetic and profound,
But
so
when
you
he
want
does.
to see them
We do.
if I do. At Quad Nines, Drew Bentley is a champ. This guy's a fountain of limited and regular Magic the Gathering knowledge.
I get bored. I watch videos.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah,
And
Dusty's over there.
yeah, we will have Dusty Gilliland himself switching in and out with us, but I mean, don't worry about that. I mean, if you tune in on the 19th, this is what you're getting right here.
A lot of this.
Right. Anyway, well, thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to close it on out until next Saturday. Stay classy.